To read 3 books in 3 days. I'm going to be reading every romance in this entire video, and I'm going with it. Oh my god, imagine all of this like playing one thing. Oh my god, it's written by a man. That is all that's consuming my brain right now, and oh my god. Oh no, but that's my problem, not yours. I'm not complaining. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. I'm a grown-ass woman, can't be doing this. Hi guys, welcome back to a new reading vlog, and I'm so sorry I've not been consistent with my posting over the month of December. I have been busy and consumed by heated rivalry. Heated rivalry has literally consumed my life. I literally feel like I've not read anything but heated rivalry. I've read that book, I'm watching it TV show, like I can't even count all the edits, everything is consuming my life, and I've become one of those people. I am not ashamed of it. I am so happy that I found heated rivalry on the show. It's just been amazing. Anyway, so in today's video we're going to be reading together. Today is the 28th of December, and right now it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and I have like I think 4 more books to complete my Goodreads reading challenge. I set myself a reading challenge of 125 books this year, and I've read about, I think I'm on 121 now, so I've got like 4 books to read over the next 3 days. Wait, 3 books. I think I'm on 122. I'm not gonna lie, 122. So I have 3 books to read over the next 3 days basically. So I thought, you know what, I'll vlog it, and it will like literally force me to read. Basically, that's basically what this is about. So I feel like if I'm free reading with you guys, I have a reason to complete the challenge. There's not really like, if I don't complete the challenge, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal because I've read over 100 books, which is technically amazing. So, and right now all I'm in the mood to read is romance, and so I think we're going to be reading romance in this entire video. I'm just going to put a pointer there. That's what I'm feeling right now, and I'm going with it. So I do have a couple of books on my TBR for this, but the first book I started last night actually is Game Changer by Reid. This is the first book in the Game Changer series, and this is like part of the Heated Rivalry series and stuff. So I want to read the first book because I have read Heated Rivalry and I read the long game because I wanted to understand like Ilya and Shane's story, but now I think I want to read the series. But this is not going to be like the entire, I don't know, it might be like just me reading the entire Game Changers series with you guys. I don't know, whatever I'm in the mood for. I am off on the 31st, so I guess we can read a lot that day. Basically, the point of this vlog is for us to read together, and it's also for me to try and complete my reading challenge for the year, as I was saying. So I started reading Game Changer last night. I'm about 16% into the book right now. This is like over 400 pages, so I'll see how much I can read. I am starting this 5 o'clock on a Sunday evening. So basically, I've literally cheered myself of an entire day of reading. But obviously, it's the Christmas festivities. I had every time I stay at my family house. You can see the background is a bit different. I'm hoping I can finish my reading challenge for the end of the year, because right now all I want to do is just rewatch Heated Rivalry over and over again, and read Heated Rivalry over and over again, and basically watch all the edits. And like, I don't want to stop because I'm loving it so much. I am obsessed with the actors. Oh my god, Connor Story and Odson Williams. I am consumed by Heated Rivalry. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, because I've been loving watching all the reaction videos. That's kind of what's been like holding me together. So see if everyone's reacting the same way I'm reacting, because I feel like this book just feels like you want to be like in it with everyone. So I'm watching a lot of like reaction videos, the reviews from this Oki podcast bros, which is amazing. If you haven't seen them, definitely watch the Empty Netters. They are funny. So I'm like, oh my god, they get it, everyone gets it. It's so funny, it's so amazing. Like, everyone is on the same page for this. I love the fact that this TV show has brought everyone together in the most amazing way. So I don't want to leave that one. It just feels so good to just be part of this entire community, and I just don't want to leave it. So I'm not leaving it until I'm forced to. Anyway, I say all that to say that, so obviously technically this show is not available in the UK yet. I am watching it via VPN. Luckily for me, I have a VPN subscription, everything with work. So, but it is coming to the UK on Now TV Sky on the 10th of January. I am hoping that there are some viewing parties in London that I'm going to. If there isn't, I'm finding a way to find a viewing party. So if you know of any viewing parties in London, please let me know, because I really want to like watch it live. But I want to ask you guys if you guys would want me to do like a reaction video of me watching the show, because I'm hoping that when it comes to Sky, we just get the entire 6 episodes at once, so I can just do like a video of me just binge watching them and then reacting to it, even though it would not be my first impression reaction, because basically I've watched it before. But if you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to do that, I won't rewatch it till then. So that way, like, it will feel like, oh my god, I've missed them for so long. It's can't like get back to, do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my thing. But let me know in the comments. Anyway, with all that said, let's get on with the reading for this video. Okay guys, I have been reading now for a while actually, and I've made a massive chunk on the book now, so 28% into the book. So obviously this is Scott and Kip's story, which are also part of the TV show. They have an episode 3 was about them. I didn't think I had a problem with instant love, but I think I have a problem with that trope actually, because I've had instant love before, but this is like extreme instant love. And they've just been interacting. Obviously, basically they met, it was like a cute meet. They met in a a smoothie shop where Kip works. But I just read now that they've known each other for a week. They're so intense. I'm sorry, like instant love is great, but this is just intense. And there is this element of like, because obviously we're getting both of their POVs, right? Of Kip saying, having this internal monologue constantly about how like it's basically so grateful that Scott actually fancies him. It's like Scott is a professional hockey player and Skip is like I guess the art student that works in a smoothie shop. So there's this way like economic difference between both of them, but it's giving like literally Kip is obsessed with the fact that Scott fancies him because he can't imagine Scott fancying him because he's a professional hockey player or something. I don't know, I just feel like this is quite intense. I'm not sure. Obviously I'm only 100 pages in, which is basically a quarter of the book right now. Actually, just remember now, basically Kip has already said love is in love, because his friend Elena was like, oh you're in love, and in his bed is, oh yeah, oh I am. You've met him for a week. I'm sorry, like I am struggling really hard to buy into this, because a week is crazy. A week is just a bit too much. A little glimpse of Ilya Rosanov I just got. My heart can't take it, guys. Literally next year is gonna be very interesting. Actually, not next year, the next few months is going to be very interesting. I hope I don't want to get off this funk, but I hope I have the energy to read other books, because right now all I want to do, guys, is continuously reread this series. And I'm hoping, like, obviously there's 6 books in the series so far, so I'm thinking like if I continue reading the series, maybe that would give me a bit of closure to kind of like slowly get back to normal a little bit, because right now I can't, like I don't have a December TV. I do have 10 Before the End. I'm sorry, I can't even think about picking up any other book. I'm sorry, like I can't. My body, like I can't force myself to. I don't know, so, like I'm watching some people and they're reading anything that's not a rival. I don't care about it. Like I don't give a, which is probably why Vlogmas kind of ended abruptly. I am hyper fixated on this in so way that I cannot function on anything else. I've not had this much intensity about a movie since Twilight. My summer of 2018, when the first Twilight book came out, and I read the book, and I remember that entire summer I read the entire Twilight book that summer. I remember like I read like 20 times, I'm not even joking. And I watched the TV show, like I watched the movie, like I had the DVD, I watched it entirely, all the director's cut, extended cut. I was like following everything on tabloid side, because obviously we didn't have Instagram then. I'm trying not to talk about it with you guys in this video, but like I have to, because that's all I can think about, even though this is a reading vlog. We insert an image here. I literally was so obsessed. I'm so obsessed with him and Shane that if you go onto like the fandom side of Eater Rivalry of like the Game Changer series, it will show you like each character, like how much they appear in each book. Ilya appears in every single book. Now I'm so happy I got this like issue. I read this over the Christmas period. I've been off since Christmas Eve, so having that dedicated time, I feel like I'm a grown-ass woman, can't be doing this. I have to read 3 books in 3 days. Now I don't know what book I want to read after this, because I would love to read Eater Rivalry, but I can't read that again with you guys. I've already read that with you guys, so I guess I might just jump to either I jump to the book 3 in the series and read that with you guys, or there's another book on my TBR. My last video, someone commented like a few recommendations, which I actually need to add to my reading thingies. I need to read. Right now I have 4 books on my romance like shelf tag on Goodreads. So I've got For the Fans, which everyone says is amazing, very spicy, Iced Out, well, and then The Song of Achilles. I didn't know it was an romance, because I've been seeing a lot of comments, people saying like, oh my god, Cora's story will make a good. I will be good in that. I'm like, you can't act that as well, but I'm not complaining. Okay. So yes, someone commented my video. Let me actually go on it. She recommended, I don't know if it's a she or whatever, the reading blog for Heated Rivalry. Someone commented, so I'm just gonna add it to my TV so I don't forget. And she said I should start with the Oki romance. It might be easiest. Oh my god, it's written by a man. Interesting. I don't really love books by men. So this one is You and Me. I think it's the one that has the highest rating so far. Oh, this is an Okay Romance Gravity. Maybe I'll try that one. I'll read the blurbs later and I'll decide. But yeah, I just added those two to my MM tag. I can't believe I've never read MM Romance before. Like, what am I sleeping on? This is so good. I did say, guys, in my 2025 like romance book review that I did mention that I really wanted to read books express like queer romance and like BIPOC stories. I really want to read books. I just want to read about like black joy, black love. I really want to read that. That is like my goal for 2026. So I just want to see more of things like that. I want to read books that like make me happy. They feel literally like I think I'm going to be chasing this Heated Rivalry feeling. That's why I can't get over it and then move on from Heated Rivalry, because I'm just like, I don't want to go back to like flat, lackluster like feeling. The intensity of the love I'm feeling for this show, I wish it's like a drug that I don't want to stop taking. I want this feeling that I'm having right now to remain forever, and I feel like I'm going to be constantly chasing this high for the rest of my year. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I really just want to continue. So that is my mission, to just literally read things that give me joy. Like, that's my mission this year. I shouldn't even care about like reading goals or like popular books or whatever. I just want to read books that bring me this level of joy, because I just oh my god, I don't know, I just, oh my god, I can't explain to you guys what I'm feeling right now. Anyway, let me get ready to continue reading. Okay. So I just read something now, which I was like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. It's Valentine's Day. They're basically celebrating Valentine's Day, right? But we're also celebrating 1 month anniversary. So they met a month ago. So it's been a month, which is still pretty intense for me, honest. Well, it's still better than the week, because I was like, a week, girl, you know. I'm really glad I decided to get a smoothie that day. Oh, cute. The banana socks, oh my god, I'm dying. Okay guys, I am refilming this because I'm about to edit this vlog for you guys, and I realized that the majority of the clips I took have no sound because my mic wasn't completely like plugged into my camera. So I have a lot of footage with no sound. So basically my recording of me giving the review of Game Changers, my first impression of the next book we read now, but that's my problem, not yours. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about my thoughts on Game Changer by Reid. This is the first book in the Game Changer series. This book follows Scott and Kip. So I enjoyed this story, and I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I actually liked Kip. So this book was a 2.5 star for me. This would have been a 3.5 star for me if not for Kip. I really struggled with Kip as a character in this book a lot. I could not get over how in awe it was of Scott the entire time in this book. Like, oh my god, I can't believe he fancies me. Is, you know, back and I understand that because I was thinking about it. As an example I gave when I spoke to you guys previously, the clip with no sound. You know, if one of my biggest athletes crushes like literally started talking to me, I wanted to date me, I'll be like, what the fuck is this coming from? So I understand that, but I just feel like it was repeated a lot in the book. I really struggled with that. That was one of the things I struggled with. But I guess I can like rationalize that with my real life example. My second thing that I really had a huge problem with was Kip's behavior towards Scott not coming out. Basically, obviously, Kip is openly gay. Scott is in the closet, but he doesn't want to be in the closet. He really wants to be out. He wants to find love. He wants to be in a relationship, but he can't because it feels like, you know, there's no other gay person in Kip, basically. So he knows that he's just biding his time, like, okay, when I'm tired I can actually find love I want, blah blah blah. But obviously he falls for Kip, and from the get-go he states to Kip, I'm in the closet for this reason, and I would be in the closet until I retired. This is the plan, this is what I'm offering you on the table. He said it, like, openly said it to him, like the first couple of interactions out together. So Kip knew this going into this relationship. This entire book was over 4 months, right? It really made me uncomfortable how Kip's character was basically forcing us to come out of the closet. And it was really weird to me because obviously I understand because they were quite intense and they were spending a lot of time together, and I feel like maybe Kip felt like, oh, I'm not hanging out with my friends anymore, I'm spending all my time with you, I'm basically back in the closet now because I can't tell anybody about our relationship. But he was able to confide in his best friend, so he did have an outlet. And again, this is 4 months, I'm telling you, this is not like 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, even a year. I understand that because you're like, okay, maybe you thought you could do it at first but you can't do it, but 4 months ain't made. And for me, low-key, I might be wrong, but for me, reading the book, what I got, I think Kip was more wanted Scott to come out because he wanted to be able to talk about it to his friends and family, like, oh, kind of like brag about it a little bit. He wanted people to know what's going on with Scott because he wanted people to know that they're a celebrity. That's kind of what he came across. I'm sure maybe that's not what he was portraying, but when I read it, that's kind of how I perceived it. So I'm like, as long as you're in the community, you know how important it is for people to come out at their own time, at their own pace. You shouldn't really force someone that you claim that you love to come out when they're not ready. That really rubbed me the wrong way, and that really took out the experience for me because I just, every time after I thought about that was in my head the entire book, and I just felt like, oh my god, like, I love Scott. Scott was amazing. Like, Kip was just horrible, and I could not stand him. I'm sure it was into Scott, but I think it was more into the idea of Scott being famous as well, and he wanted to, like, be able to brag to his friends and family, oh my god, look at me, I'm dating this guy and stuff. I feel like it came across like that in the book so much. This is why this book is a 2.5 star for me. I was like, oh my god. And I really wanted to rate it a lot more, but I can't rate it more than that because of Kip, because I'm not going to rate it more because Ilya was in it, because this book is not about Ilya, even though I want it to be about Ilya. It's about Kip and Scott. I love Scott, I can't stand Kip. That's my entire thought of game changer. So reading this book, though, even though it was a 2.5 star, it hasn't put me off reading the series, because I feel like there's gonna be better stories. Like, it's not like I hate the book, the characters put me off, and I'm one of those people that once there's something like nagging to me, it's quite hard for me to kind of like not focus on that, especially with this like a main character kind of thing. But I'm excited to continue with the series, and I think I am reading the series slowly. Like, normally I would have binged the entire thing, you guys know I'm a binger, but I feel like because I want to prolong this reading rivalry like experience for as long as I can, that I'm taking my time. So our next book, which we're going to move on to now, is One Time Only, which I'm already reading. So this is by Lauren Blakely. It's an MM romance. It follows a rock star, Stone, and his bodyguard, Jackson, that are having like a secret affair. Basically, Jack Stone, the rock star, is bisexual, and obviously, literally, you know where I'm going with this, and Jackson, the bodyguard, is gay. And basically they're having like a relationship, they're keeping in hiding because they're working together, like it's like a forbidden romance kind of thing. It's not enemies to lovers, definitely not enemies to lovers, like forbidden romance. And I feel like this is actually curing a little bit of my eating rivalry itch kind of thing. So that's the next book we're reading. First impression of this, I'm really enjoying this because I love like the banter between them and things like that. One thing I would say about this book, like obviously I'm like over halfway through it now, is that looking for more attention a little bit more. Like, even though they're having a secret affair, I don't feel like, for example, like if someone's having like a secret affair, there's something at stake. Like, it feels, oh my god, they have to have it in secret because it's this massive thing that they have to overcome, which is why they can't come out or say, talk about their relationship. But I don't know why, because basically both of them are openly gay, apart from like the boss employee relationship. That's the only reason why they're keeping it secret. I'm not feeling that tension, oh my god, they're gonna get caught. I don't really care if they get caught. I'm like, it's not like a massive scandal. So that element of things is what I'm missing from this story. I want that tension to come, and I can't feel it. So it's kind of taking the, I guess, this joy, not the joy, I won't say the joy, it's kind of pulling me out of the story a little bit, because I wanted it to be more conflict. Like, why can't they be together? Why is this forbidden? Like, the reason being like, oh, I can't date my bodyguard, it's kind of very, very weak, if I'm being honest. Like, you know, no one cares. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, obviously maybe Jackson's worried about, like, who moves to get a job somewhere else, but like, I don't know. I'm like, that is the only thing. That's my only like criticism of this book so far. I like the pacing of it so far. It's really good, and there's not really like major critique on the characters yet, but it's quite nice. It's basically filling my cup for that romance, ether rivalry vibe I'm going for. Definitely filling my cup for that, but I'm hoping like maybe some bit of conflict comes out in the end, because I know Jackson's been through some stuff. Like, he's like a one-man relationship kind of guy. He doesn't do hookups, he doesn't do like flings. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day today. Like, I can't remember the day, but it's on the 30th of December. So basically, I hope this year brings everyone what they want. This year is going to be a nice, easy, stress-free, amazing, blessed, wonderful year for everyone. I'm back because I basically, first of all, disclaimer, I didn't complete my reading challenge, which is fine, because basically I don't think I've read the books in the 30th, because obviously New Year's Eve I had my entire family here and it was a massive celebration, and I didn't want to be antisocial, because I was antisocial enough at Christmas, thinking about, you know what I was thinking about, so I was present. Today is New Year's Day, so basically officially my reading challenge is over, but it's fine, we can continue the reading vlog. To be fair, I wanted to end the reading vlog today, the 1st of January, because this video is going live on the 3rd of January, which for me is a massive quick turnaround. If you know me, you know, I'm sure you guys don't know, but I'm very slow at editing, and because obviously I have a very full on 9-to-5 job, but I'm delivering videos to you guys every single week is actually like a big deal. I guess I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm not unique, and I'm sure everyone are doing this with a full-time job as well. So I'm not complaining, I'm just trying to explain what's happening. Anyway, I did finish One Time Only by Lauren Blakely, which I really enjoyed that book. I think I spoke to you guys last about how I was missing attention, which I do still miss attention, because I still didn't understand why they couldn't be together. But I think it's more of like, it wasn't like with Ethan Rivalry, as like I mentioned in my reading vlog. The issue that those two characters had was that there was a lot of like outside influence that kind of pushed them not to be together, because of obviously the outside world. But I feel like in this book, most of their struggle and why they couldn't be together was more of an internal battle, if that makes sense. That's more from Jackson's side. Jackson was the bodyguard. Even when people found out about them, because I was saying they were openly gay, so people were like already thought, oh, they're both fit, they work together, they kind of have that weird like banter for the past 2 years, and everyone thought they were flirting. So when they actually got together, nobody was surprised. Everyone was like, oh, it's about time kind of thing. But the best thing about this book was the epilogue. Oh my god, I don't know if I've told you guys before, for me, I love epilogues. Like, I love a happy ending, but I just want to know how the couples are doing like 5 years down the line. Did they actually make it to the future? Because sometimes some couples are together, but I'm like, are they going to make it past 5 years? So I love epilogue. I feel like for me, that my bread and butter, because I'm a romantic at heart, and I love to just see like love win. So this gave me epilogue at like literally the epilogue, and this was amazing. Like, the epilogue saved it. I was going to rate this book a 3-star, and this book is a 4-star because of the epilogue. The epilogue was fantastic. We got Jackson and Stone being together. Then we got a couple of years later when they got married, when they adopted a baby, their business, like just nice to see like how their life was kind of completely fulfilled. So I love that, and I think the reason why I got such a detailed epilogue is because this is a standalone book. It's quite easy to do like an epilogue because you're not going to see the characters again. But I guess if there was a series, you have to see the characters in other books and you don't want to like jump ahead of time kind of thing. I don't know. So I really enjoyed this book, and it was such a nice book to end the year, I guess. End 2025. I think I left 2025 with a good taste in my mouth, I think. Oh, I think she has a series that's like an standalone series, like interconnected standalone series that follows, I guess, different sports, kind of like the Windy series but with romance. So I think I'm going to check that out as well, because I'm on this bag right now, so I might as well. I actually finished One Night Only this afternoon, but I did start the 3rd book in the Game Changer series, Tough Guy by Reid, guys. I started this book yesterday. As I said, I'm on 74% of that book. I'm going to finish that book with you guys, so I want to talk about it, because oh my goodness me, after reading Kip and Scott's story, I thought, do you know what, yeah, maybe I'm just overwhelmed by my love for Ilya and Shane that I can't really see past them, and that's why I'm not really enjoying the book. But that was a lie. It was just I didn't like Kip. It was confirmed, because I am hating this book of like Ryan Price. My heart, like my cutie pie, like my love. So everyone needs to protect Ryan Price. He is amazing. Like, I love him so much, and I hope to God we get to see his character in the TV series, because he is amazing. And Fabian, oh my god, it's so adorable. Tough Guy is basically the 3rd book in the Game Changer series. This follows Fabian Price. I'm already married them. Ryan Price is an hockey player, and Fabian, I can't remember his last name, Fabian is like a musician. So basically it's like a second chance kind of romance. Not really second chance, but like I guess second chance in very loosely. Anyway, as I said, Ryan is a hockey player. It's basically like I'm not really familiar with hockey. You guys know that we don't know anything about hockey here, but from what I've gathered from the book, I think it's a bit of a defender, like a, I don't know, like a bouncer. I don't know, like if it fights, basically protects the star player, something like, I don't know the word for a defender, but he has like severe anxiety, and he basically struggles with like social interactions and things like that. He overthinks everything. It's like he has such low, I don't want to say low self-esteem, but kind of low self-esteem. But he literally spends, he always gets traded in, okay, like he hasn't played fully in the team for up to a year, so he's playing for the Vancouver something, and he bumped into Fabian, as I said, second chance romance. So Fabian is like a family friend. I guess in hockey when you're younger you get to like stay with like families. I don't know anything about hockey, guys. So I guess when Ryan was younger, he spent like a year or maybe a summer or something, some time with Fabian's family when they were younger, like when they were teenagers. And at that time they kind of had this weird attraction, but like Fabian was a bit of like, you know, it was dealing with like issues in the family, because, you know, his family wanted him to be like a hockey player, but he was really into like art and music, and it was kind of, you know, quite feminine and things like that. So he was really struggling with that identity. But Ryan really fancied, they basically fancied each other. But I guess Fabian thought, obviously Ryan is not gay because he plays hockey and he doesn't like hockey players. So now they've bumped into each other again in Vancouver, and they kind of started this relationship. But I loved it. So in this book, Ryan is actually not in the closet, but because he's so shy and doesn't talk to anyone, doesn't have that many friends, and doesn't hang out with his teammate, his sexuality doesn't come up, but he doesn't hide the fact that he's gay. Like, he goes out, he pulls guys, he lives in the fucking gay village, for Christ's sake. Like, he's openly gay, but not like, it's not like an extrovert kind of thing. So I feel like everyone knows it's gay because it's basically like said it. But anyway, so that's kind of the backstory of this. But I am loving this. I am obsessed with Ryan Price. Like, he has a place in my heart that I can't shake. Like, the feeling I have for that guy is like I know him. Like, Reid is an amazing author. He wrote it so well I understand what Ryan is going through Ryan's head. Like, he has severe self-esteem issues and severe anxiety. Like, he's scared of flying, and the dynamic, like, it's so funny because like when you look at them as a couple, Ryan is like the macho guy that you think has all the confidence, and then you'll be like Fabian is like the, you know, more feminine guy and things like that. So you expect like the roles to reverse, but like there's a couple, they support each other so much. I just like the fact that Fabian, you know, is taking the time to understand Ryan a lot more. I'm just really enjoying this book. You can tell because I've literally picked it up yesterday and I literally cannot put it down. Like, I had to put it down because I had to go to bed. So that's what I'm reading. So I'm reading that now. So I would think, obviously I want to end this vlog here with you guys today, but I think I'm going to finish this book and then we can end the book. So we kind of read 3 books in this vlog together. So because I'm only got like, yeah, I've got like 60 pages left of this book right now, and right now where I am is kind of where, like, I guess I can have a bit of a conflict and stuff. Obviously we're still getting Ilya in this book. We got Ilya briefly. We haven't really got Shane as much. This book is right after Heated Rivalries, and I think I told you guys they ended up Heated Rivalry. Ilya and Shane are basically then, like, you know, try to like change narrative of their rivalry and stuff. So we just saw the aftermath of that when they had their press conference and announced this new charity. We got that here, which was quite nice and kind of satisfying to read as well. But like, I'm loving this so much. This is fucking amazing. Oh my god, I hope to god we get him in the TV series. I think I've said that already, because I think there was a scene in the TV show where Ryan Pierce was mentioned. I think it was in episode 4. So I'm hoping that we get his side of it, because I just would love to see this guy played on the green screen. It's like, obviously I love Fabian as well. He's amazing. I love his group of friends, and I love the supportive like environment that is given to Ryan, which is nice because Ryan is actually a nice, funny guy. One thing I also love about this is that even though he's suffering with this severe anxiety and stuff, he's actually getting treatment for it. Like, he's seeing a therapist, he's taking medication, he wants to be better. It's, you know, he's not thinking, oh, because I'm a macho, like, you know, kind of thing. I think one of the things I also loved about this, obviously this is my first MM romance, so I'm not sure if it's across, but I think for my first experience reading MM romance is actually quite good, because I feel like when I'm reading this book, I'm like on edge because I'm just waiting for the homophobia to come in and people to just say, like, start saying, like, you know, rude things and mean things. But that is not highlighted here. That is not this story is about queer joy and about like them falling in love. Obviously there's like some microaggression that's going on, but like Ryan like stands up to them and things like that. But that is not like the focal point, and that's not a conflict in this series, in this book, which is really nice. And I think the same thing for One Time Only. I just love that the homophobia things that you expect, and you see that so much in media, and it takes away from the joy of it and things like that. But there's other people can have like normal relationship conflict without even think about like those microaggressions and stuff. Well, they're not microaggression, they're full on aggression, but in this book it's kind of like a microaggression, I guess. But I'm really enjoying this so much. Obviously I didn't complete my reading challenge for 2025, which is fine. So basically in 2025 I ended up reading 123 books, which is fantastic, guys. I am not complaining. As is news, I'm going to set up a new reading challenge for 2026. I've already set my reading goals for 2026, and I've set my goals as 100 books. I know I'm going to read 100 books anyway, because I love reading. It's kind of my routine. I read like 3 books a week on average anyway, so those numbers are going to rank up. So 100 books sounds like a nice little, like, I guess, reading goal. I've been debating about the whole TBR thing, because I feel like I really not struggle, but I think for the first part of the year I did a lot of TBR videos with you guys, like monthly ones, and I found that really put a lot of pressure on me to just read those, because I felt like I had to read things. So I was like, oh, that's on your list, read that. So sometimes I didn't have the fluidity of just picking in the book I want. So this year I just want to go with the flow, and I've been thinking about like even Booktok and stuff, because I feel like I have not been on Booktok. If you don't follow me, I have a Booktok account. I have not been on Booktok for the past 2 months, I think, and I've loved it. And it makes sense. So basically I've been off for 2 months, and then I went on Booktok the other day, and I had to leave because it just felt so overwhelming. I just felt like I had this weird anxiety attack or something. Just too much. I just feel like it's so toxic. Like you open the app and the first thing you see is that, oh my god, someone's been cancelled, or there's an issue here or whatever, or someone's been outed. I was just too much, and I've been spending a lot of time on Bookstagram and Instagram and YouTube, and I can undo that, and I love the community there. It just doesn't feel as, I don't know, as overwhelming and as toxic. I think Booktok is just I think people are so obsessed with being viral and wanting that social media life that they will literally have they don't have no boundaries, and they have like no shame, debates and arguments and fights, and it's just too much. I don't like it, and I get very overwhelmed really easily, and I'm one of the person that I can't like see something, just forget about it. It stays in my mind forever, and it does affect me. So I've made a conscious choice that I'm going to go it doesn't really make a difference to you guys, because obviously you guys don't know, but I'm just saying it here. I'm just venting out what I'm feeling. I think I'm going to take some time off Booktok, at least for the next 3 months, and I'm trying to filter my content a little bit more, and start like actively curating my For You page in a way, like anything I'm not interested in, anything to do with like just toxic things I don't want to, and judgment and like book shaming and all those kind of things. I don't want to see that, so I'm trying to gradually filter that off my feed, because I think that's why I took some time off. Like I literally took some time, I've not been on one, and the first post I saw was like, oh my god, I ran away from this, and that's the first thing. It just shows me like, yeah, you made a good choice leaving. I do enjoy posting on YouTube more, if I'm being honest. Like YouTube is like, I love posting, even though like I don't really have a lot of people watching me, which is fine, but I genuinely love posting here. I love filming videos for you guys. I just love it. So I think, because I love it so much, I'm just gonna spend more of my energy on this, because I feel like I was dividing my time between Booktok and Instagram and everything. So I think I'm gonna focus on like just one platform, heavily on one platform, and then the other ones can just be like if I'm in the mood for it and things like that. But YouTube, I love it. It's just so, I think I love, because I talk a lot and I love to ramble and love to talk, and I feel like with Booktok I can't, and I just feel like sometimes with Booktok you can't help but feel like you need to like do what the trends in, and get into, like, I love music. I want to get more into music. I want to get into more into TV, like going to TV, being social, going out with my friends, and just there's so many things I really want to do this year. It's kind of sounding like a New Year's resolution, which I don't do. And I feel like towards the end of the 2025, I just feel like I was a bit, not depressed, but just a bit like down, a bit more down kind of. So I just feel like I need to think about what brings me joy. So this year it's about like filling my cup with things that bring me joy and things that makes me happy. That's kind of my priority in 2026, if I'm being honest. So in terms of YouTube, as I said, I'm going to focus enough my energy on YouTube. I think I'm going to update my posting schedule a little bit. Every Saturday morning I'm going to post, and then every other Wednesday I'll post again. So it's going to be like around 6 videos a month, I guess. I have so many like content ideas I want to do with you guys, so I think doing like one video a week and then one extra video every 2 weeks is a perfect like schedule and things. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing next year, guys. So yeah, that is my little update and plan and goals for 2026. Let me know what you guys are, what you guys, I want to say, I don't like saying the word New Year's resolution, but like what changes are you making, or what are your plans, what you're excited for 2026. Let me know in the comment. I would love to chat with you guys. But yeah, so now I'm going to drink my coffee that's getting cold as I speak, and finish Tough Guy. I know. video. Oh god. Oh. It's happy. That's why working is fun, because it's happy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought Ryan was getting traded. It wasn't Wyatt. Wyatt's getting traded. Wyatt is a secondary character in this book. It's one of like the only friend that Ryan actually has on the team. He's just been traded to Ottawa, which is where Ilya plays. Oh my god, imagine if all of them just like play one team. I'm amazing that with all of them, all my favorite, like Ryan and Ilya and Wyatt and Scott, and they all play for Ottawa, and Shane. Oh my god, that team would be fantastic. It would be like the best team, wouldn't it? Oh my god, that would be so fucking amazing. Oh my god, guys, I just finished Tough Guy by Reid. Oh my god, that book was so great. I literally got teary a little bit, like got a little bit emotional a little bit towards the end when we found out a little bit of detail of what happened to Ryan, like on his last team or whatever. But I really enjoyed this. Was such a good book. It's actually quite short. I just realized like it's one of the shortest books. Well, I've only read like 4 books. Oh my god, I've read 4 books in the series now. Shit, I only have 2 books left. And this is the shortest one. This is like 230 pages or something, so it's the shortest one, which is probably why I read it really quickly. But I really enjoyed this. Like Ryan Price and Fabian are so cute, are so adorable. I love the ending. I love the little epilogue we had. It's kind of a nice small epilogue I wish we would go into the future. Maybe now that this series is so popular, maybe Rachel Reid will write another like nice little like epilogue for the period after. She probably will write that because the series is still going. I swear to god, like I'm obsessed with Ilya Rozanov, because basically he had a cameo in this book, a huge cameo, which was like, it just shows me exactly who Ilya is as a character. Because I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, because I feel like anyone needs to go and read this series and actually enjoy it, because now that this is becoming like one of the most popular shows ever, it's quite nice for everyone to read the experience or wait for the show to experience it. But I really enjoyed it. This was a 4-star for me, guys. 4 stars. I know I had the Interrivalry, which is interesting because Interrivalry was 3.75 stars. Such a nice joy to read. It was pleasant. It was just joyful. This could have been bad. This could have been a guy that was like going through severe anxiety and going through so much like conflict between like his love for hockey and like the kind of like position he's been playing, like how he's playing hockey professionally. He could have just like still be in the closet and just not open, but I'm happy that at least that wasn't an issue, because that would have been even more of a you just have to deal with that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. As I said, 4 stars. And we've come to the end of the video, guys. I am going to be reading the rest of the series. That is the end of the video. I really enjoyed reading this books with you guys. I'm happy that we got to read like 3 romance, and kind of, you know, I enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to read a lot more of that. If you've loved watching this and you've loved this vlog, do say hi in the comment. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.